Welcome back, you beautiful people, to the Sturgian Companion Mercenaries. It has been a little while, but we are back at it. So, end of last episode, we said we were going to go and besiege Thorios Castle. And turns out we got here just in time because the army of the Western Empire is coming in to besiege it as well. Which obviously is not something that we want because that will give them, well, I'm not going to say as much of a foothold. But we need more castles. That means we get more income, and then our lords are going to be able to get more troops and stuff. So therefore our lords are going to become a little bit better. So let's go and besiege this before they can come in. And as for what we're expecting, they've got Mangladels, which is not going to be great for us. I don't think we need siege towers. I reckon we just do it pretty basic. And they want to ransom off. Denik has arrived. Yeah, no. No, we're not going to accept that. We're going to take his head instead. Well, we do know this sort of design of castle, so if I'm not mistaken, if we head round onto the right flank, we should be able to go in and get behind their lines fairly quickly. Or maybe not, but I guess we'll find out. Also turns out, they have an enemy lord in this castle as well, which should be, well, obviously good for us, because then we can take an enemy lord out as well. And kind of that is our thing, is we're just killing off all of the enemy lords. And I would say that I was utterly and completely wrong about being able to flank around that castle. It's just interesting how some of the castles are, the way they're designed is each nation has like its own castle design, and then they have like one base template, and then from there they'd like chop parts off and then put them into other castles as well, which I guess works quite well for them, because then it means, well, they actually have to design less castles because all the castles are then segmented. That'd be the word I'm looking for, segmented and then put together. Makes sense to me, so why not? I think we go to secure the tower, stop any reinforcements coming through. Maybe they've got a Mangladel on there, which would be obviously good for us to take out. So yeah, just a little bit earlier, what happened is we had Mangladel go off, which managed to wipe out like 5 or 6 of our companions. Obviously they're not dead because they're companions, but still, that is quite a hit just from like one siege weapon. If we were up against ballistas, obviously that wouldn't happen, because ballistas only really shoot one person at a time, unless you're grouped together, then they can take multiple. And well, we saw when we were fighting the old Kuze, yeah, ballista's going to be pretty nuts. But then Mangladels, I just think they're a better piece of siege kit in general. But throwing out that, I thought there would have been Mangladels up on those parts of the walls. Turns out there wasn't. I'll take that as a good thing though. But by the time that we've gone round such the towers and then come back to find out that we wasted our time, our guys have just gone in and absolutely smashed the defenders. There's only going to be a couple of them left, probably hiding up in there. Oh, we managed to get a kill, fancy that. Another one. Okay, that completely whiffed that. Kind of embarrassing really how much like that got missed by. Okay, you guys gonna die. Awesome, knocked out. I can sell you because I need money. And unless we're fighting here, let's go for the axe. Easy. And it looks like last person alive was someone on the Mangladel. So, good job we looked up for them on the other side, because, well, turns out if they were on that side, which they weren't, if they were, we'd have had a whole bunch more people probably on the Mangladels. But one Sturgian heavy spearman has leveled up, which yet again, absolutely fine with. The more people we get, the better it's going to be, and I don't think that we've got much in the way of losses. So 24 knocked out, which is fine. As for kills, Aganaza the Wanderer, I must have got hit by a Mangladel. Ben got 9, which is actually really good. Gnu didn't get anything, unfortunately. And Oliver the Fast, unfortunately, didn't get anything either. But I think it's only because there was like, what, like 152 defenders. It's not like there's a massive amount. And we got an enemy lord. Which we're not even mad about. Take those 20. Yeah, not going to make a massive difference. We probably won't get much money for it. We've got no one that needs leveling up, so we'll just take all the loot, because why not? And now that pretty much means that it was the Northern Empire, I think, that we were trying to wipe out. Yeah, they're pretty much done. They've virtually got no one left. And obviously, we've been taking out the lords. We've taken out most of their castles. I think that's actually the last of their castles gone, if I'm not mistaken. And they got no towns. So, yeah, they are not in a good situation. Now, I guess the question is, where now do we go from here? Okay, what I am feeling is the Britannians, 2 cities left and a castle, it looks like. We can go in and take those 2 cities over. That's not going to be a problem. And then the Valandians only have 2 towns left as well. So Sturgia obviously is spreading quite nicely. Now, we did help Sturgia out a lot in the early game, which is part of the reason why they are absolutely trampling everything now. Ah, that is a shame. We'd have liked to have that. But anyway, back to the point. I reckon we head down here, bring our army down. Well, not the army, but our companions. Leave our ye olde, I guess, other companions, for lack of a better term, the leaders, in our, like, round our towns and that. Hopefully that will get all the garrisons going. So then the garrisons will have, like, well, decent numbers in case we end up getting in beef with the Azerai. Or which one's you? Can never remember. The Southern Empire. Or the Western Empire. So yeah, if we get in beef with any of them, we'll be fine because the towns will be defended long enough for us to get back. Also give us a better foothold. Because we'd have, well, taken out most of Britannia. And then also have a bunch more towns. Which means we'll get more money. And it means that, well, if anything goes wrong and we start fighting the Western Empire anytime soon, our lords will be in the north, we would be in the south, and then we've caught them kind of in a pincer movement, which is going to make it easier for us to take them out because we're going to be attacking them on both sides. Now, are our lords going to do a massive amount in a fight? No. Well, in a war, are they going to do a massive amount? No. Not really. But it does mean that we should be more mobile, and through us being mobile, we're going to be able to take targets of opportunity and then pick the Western Empire apart. But enough of that. Let's go on and siege one of the Britannian towns. Having a little look, I can see what hasn't fallen. 492 defenders. The militia is 278, and then the garrison is 214. Now, we are decent. We are pretty powerful. But attacking a castle at 2-1 odds against some of the best archers in the game, and their militia archers as well, are insane. So powerful. Okay, and just casually 3 coups, 8 lords. 47 horse archers. That is a problem. You've only got 10 cavalry and 11 horse archers. So that's going to be nearly 50 horse. Let's do it. Why not? Let's go and try to put nail in the coffin against the coups 8. What could go wrong? I mean, we're quite outnumbered. That is for sure. This is Iron Man, so there is no reloading. Don't care, yield or fight. So there's 289 of us, hopefully on a mountain slope in a forest, against 426. Auto resolve, funnily enough, probably the best outcome we could have chosen. So what I'm thinking is we move back as far back as we can, so we get literally to the edge of the map. There is a nice old hill there. Cool. Yeah, this is good. This is good for us. Get everyone into here. It's going to make it very hard for them to actually try to get us around. You guys move to here. Also, what I am going to need you guys to do is I'm thinking we go into a circle. Then we're going to need archers. And you guys are going to need to go into a square, ideally. Yeah, F5. Cool. And maybe we can do something with that. Now, as for the horses, they all go in. And we've got 33 heavy horse as well, so you go in. So we're going to have our infantry in a nice big circle, which is going to kind of hamstring their horse, because we're right at the edge of the map, so they're not really going to be able to get around us. We've got our rain archers in here, so they're going to be able to skirmish as well. We got our horses going out to cause them as much issue as they can. Their horse archers at some point will decide to like flank us, but they can't really flank us too well because, well, we are anchored at the side of the map, so they can't get behind us. very well. They'll still get a bit, like, kind of behind us, but not to the point of taking an absolute spanker, which is kind of what we would normally expect. Probably should try to shrink the group, though. Oh well, details. Oh well, I think then, actually, mind you, we are losing a lot of our heavy horse right now. Honestly, all the heavy horse needs to do is just pass a bunch of time, which is already done. But I'm thinking maybe if we had sent the heavy horse in, then with the heavy infantry as well, would have been in a better position. Yeah, if they'd gone in here. Do you know what? Everyone's going in charging. Their horse archers aren't mobile. If they're not mobile, then they're just really bad archers. So why would we wait until they take our heavy horse out and then be uncontested and then be able to move around as much as they want? Yeah, I'm not sure what I was thinking. I was like, this is a great idea. What we're going to do is we'll hide so they come to us and then we can shoot. Just be like, yeah, I get it, but it's a bad plan. It worked last time, yeah, it worked really well. But the enemy horse was like already on us. This time around they weren't. We just sent our horse off to die for like no reason. If we'd gone in, like the heavy infantry had charged in with the heavy horse, then we would have caught their horse archers out in the open. Well, not in the open, because they would have been caught by a horse. You get the point. It would have worked really well. A lot better than this. Yeah, I'm not happy with the losses. But details, these things happen. We're talking about what we are happy with. Whenever anyone like bunches up like this, which I get, yeah, this is kind of what we done. Yeah, they just absolutely just ruin the pathing for their own horse as well. So how do these guys work? Well, they have a lot of horse going around. How does that horse work? Well, mobility. Once it starts getting caught on troops, yeah, bad times all round for them. And yeah, are literally heroic line breakers. First one's in and just carving a line. Carving a line? Carving a hole through their lines. That's what I should have said. Yeah. If our guys can get in close, there's virtually nothing that can stop them. It is very satisfying though. Okay, let's go hunt some other horses then. Right, who is going to be easy pickings? You are. I always find it funny how small the Kuzak horses are. They're like tiny. Now I understand they're like semi-based off the Mongolian culture, and their horses were particularly small. But yeah, it's just like you got the Imperial Chargers on like the war horses, which are like huge, and then you got them just running around on like little ponies. And it's always what looked like kind of funny. It's just like they're the terrifying horse lords. It's just like it's a little bit bigger than a Great Dane at a push. Yeah, see what we're saying about heroic line breakers just running in and like causing chaos. 3 leveled up with 1 Sturgian heavy spearman. Always good. So 4 more companions. Happy days. Unfortunately, to be expected when you send your horse in without any support into like better horses, pretty much. 6 dead, 22 knocked out. And we'd lost 1 Sturgian heroic line breaker, but to be fair, I'm not actually mad about that because we just had another 3 level up. And as for kills, the Anvil got 6. Someone down here, I think, got 8. Delt Reeve got 8. That's not bad going. It looks like they're about the highest. Det Reeve again, another 7. The Sniper got 7. Not sure how the Sniper got 7, but details. Van Nord got 9. She-Wolf got 9, that's not bad. And Alec the Anvil got another 8. That's pretty good going. And the first prisoner, second prisoner, third prisoner. Oosh. There are not going to be many of them left soon. And the last head of the Brotherhood. Well, not last head, but last of those 3. I'm not sure why you would decide to be a mercenary for a kingdom that holds no towns. Seems kind of silly to me. But details, but something I did see though that's quite interesting. Recruit prisoners. Imperial Equite, take one of those. Nah, the rest will leave. Just for a little bit of flavour. Maybe it levels up, maybe it doesn't. But details. And there's also the Britannian army. So if we have a little look at Penrock, Pencannock, 690 defenders. Yeah, I mean we're not taking that anytime soon. So Carbon Seth, I guess, has to be like the next town we take. But I'm not looking forward to that. I think that's actually going to be a bit brutal. Now, Britannians out in the open, on the other hand, we are going to be able to carve up if we have a decent enough chance to fight them. Now, this is a change of events that might be pretty massive for us. So, Dungalaise, I'm gonna go give it a punt. That's what it's called. It's probably not, but details. Has rebelled against their rulers, who were the Sturgians, right? Now, this has not nearly as many defenders, so 378, still nothing to sneeze at. But I reckon we can take that. I definitely think that is doable. Britannian castles are not great. They're not very well defended at all. And we can also hit a lord right now as well. So we go in, start some beef with these cheeky chappies, because why not? What are you saying? Stop there, stranger. I bid you peace, or at least I do until I find out who you are anyway. I say I don't care. I'm Yuri Ironside, and prepare to die. 90 troops versus our 284. We go in, give them a bit of a spanking, as we do. Take that castle, and then we have a pretty decent foothold in the Britannian territories to then start going out and causing as much damage as we can. And the other side is where we will have once again, foothold in Britannian territories. That means once they form up a big armies, which they're not going to form up massive ones, has to be said, because, well, they've got a very small territory. They'll probably be able to get 800 or so. That's more than we can take in a field battle, but against 800 in a castle. Now that is something that we can definitely take. It would be a little bit more challenging than against, say, the Crusade, because, well, the Britannians just have the most fantastic archers in the game. So, yeah, having them shoot at our guys while shooting back. Considering a bunch of our champions are actually from Thanes, we do have good archers ourselves, but, I mean, 2 Thanes is going to beat any one of our champions, and they're definitely going to outnumber us on the archer front, that's for sure, but still going to be a good fight. So I'm actually looking forward to that. I think that's going to be quite a lot of fun, trying to hold out against like 800 of Britannians. That is going to be a pretty serious scrap. And to be fair, the Britannians also have some pretty decent foot infantry, like the Flax champions and that. Really, really good. If I can get actually the right weapon, that'd be fantastic. We've got to get rid of that mallet. That mallet's just getting in the way. Like when we try and change weapons, keep changing out to it. It was decent to get our pole arms up, but anything more than that now is just in the way. And yeah, super quick battle where I spent most of the time just actually trying to get the right weapon equipped. Kind of embarrassing on my part. I don't think anything exceptional would have happened in that. That's a small fight. We also get to take out another rebel lord. When I say another, I mean it'll just be the first. We'll take the highborn warriors because those we could actually use. Oh, we've also got a bunch of other prisoners. No worries. Just overcomplicating it. Let's sell everyone and then let's ransack the city. Yeah, so Sturgian force has already mobilised. So that's 759 heading towards the castle, I take it. Yeah. Try and take the castle as well. Now, we want that. Ooh. The wolfskins of the Crusade. To be fair, it's going to have no defences, is it? Well. I am not going to lose sleep over that. If we can get in here before Sturgia, which we have, obviously, that is a good thing. That means that Sturgia's going to have one less castle without us actually having to cause beef with them. Then, like I said, staging ground into Britannian territory, which also means that we can then push up into Valadian territory. Yeah, this could not have really gone much better for us. That's a very good place to be. Now, 3 Mangladals on the other hand. That kind of sucks. That's not a good place to be. But details, all we need to do is get to the walls and then the Mangladals are kind of useless. And in all of my infinite wisdom, once again, forgot to change out that mallet. That's going to drive me nuts. Every single time, keep on forgetting. And Britannian archers are just going to ruin our day. Straight away. We know that's happening. Britannian archers, just amazing. We got decent guys, we got decent kit, decent equipment. But Britannian archers can't even pick up a ladder. You gonna get that up? Are we on the walls? Cool. That's good. Right, okay, what are we rocking? Let's go big axe, methinks. Okay, or they come down and fight us on the ladder. That's not an issue at all. I've just got to hope that we can get up here before the old Mangladal takes out the siege engines, which in this case will be the battering ram. Yeah, battering ram's dead, that's why there's so many on the walls. Yeah, I'm not sure why I thought turning around and looking was a good idea. But I kind of just needed to know. Yeah, we're in trouble. We are in a lot of trouble. For a while, we're going to be good. And so long as they don't get any like amazing Mangladal hits off, we're going to be good. And so long as our archers can cause damage, we should be good. But it's all I don't know. I really don't know. Pretty simply, we're not going to breach onto the walls. That's just a given. That is not happening. We're not getting up those walls. So we have to try and defeat them with archers. Now, so long as our archers have arrows, we got a decent punt. But then also a lot of our archers only have 1 quiver. Some of them have 2. Oh, and then we're using the second ladder, and we have people on the wall on the far side. Maybe we're going to get a breach. I mean, as soon as we get like a beachhead, then we're up. And once we're up, we win. It's pretty simple. They won't stand a chance against us when we're actually on the walls. But yeah, no, I think this is a good showing. These guys aren't as good as the Britannians. And they're pretty dangerous. Now, siege towers, would have they made a difference? I don't really think so. I think they would have just got taken out like the battering ram did. That battering ram got taken out right at the start though. Maybe if I wasn't like prancing around on the horse and actually got in position quicker, yeah, we would have been there. But fairly safe to say that now it is ours. Ours, it definitely is. They decided to pull back from the walls. And well, if they pull back from the walls, then all of our heavy troops come in. And this last wave coming in now is all our companions. And yeah, that makes things very one-sided. And this side finally fell. But as with always, as soon as we can create a beachhead over the walls and get our troops in, there is very little the enemy can do. And started to open the gatehouse as well. Well, it's going to make a massive difference. Uncomfortably close, but we definitely pulled it off. And with the embarrassment of my playing earlier, 3 kills. As for who got the most, I'm going to put my money on one of the archers. So we got, what's that, a 6 here. 5s, 5, 4, 9 on the fatherless. What do you do that with? Done that with a bow, and he hasn't even got amazing archery skills. Interesting. Ranger got 8. Unsurprising, yeah. Most of what we got their skills in was definitely with archers. Our guys were just going up and just getting absolutely hacked apart on those walls. I think also a part of it is the Battanians are quite quick, where they don't have troops that, well, they do have horse troops, but not as many. Their athletics is quite a bit higher on like their base troops, is what it feels like. Now, don't 100% quote me on that. Wait, did we just pick up a whole bunch of troops? Yes. And a whole bunch of Sturgian troops as well. Cool. We'll have to sort through that, but that is not a bad thing for us. We'll take their prisoners. We are in the town, so we can go drop them off and make a bunch of monies. And with those troops that we picked up, they all leveled up, thankfully, from one of our perks. A couple of them we'll keep, but I think most of them we are just going to chuck into the old castle. So we're going to take the Thanes, the heavy axemen, Thane champions, hard crossbows we'll keep, we like those, and the rest of that is ours. So what's that, 38 extra defenders? It's not going to stop like a dedicated assault, but should discourage like smaller lords. I mean, by the time we're at 100, most lords won't come in, so then they'd need an army. And then if an army comes in, well, that's definitely worth a fight. Now, as for troops that we can get from here, that's another 19. Not even mad. What can we get from the Tavern District? 15 scouts. Not great. Ransom the prisoners. We don't really need them. And then put the rest into the castle. And I think with that town court and the castle, that's a good place to wrap up the episode. So thank you very much for watching the Sturgian Companion Mercenaries. I'll be Gonzi. All your likes, comments, sub support have been amazing. You guys are awesome. And I'll catch you on the next one.